What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Paper Planes channel. This is episode number 30 of my Dark Souls 2 Ultimate Walkthrough Guide. So we're going to go ahead and visit the bonfire, make sure that we travel back to the Drangleic Castle and the central castle Drangleic bonfire. Drangleic, 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 Drangleic. So yeah, I know in last episode that I mentioned that we'd be doing some dark chasming, but I'm not going to do that for quite some time. I just realized what an expansive episode that would be. It would take quite a lot of time, and not very many of you are even going to bother with that, so it's not really optimal for the pace at which I want to go through this walkthrough, which, as you can see, is taking an eternity to finish. So yeah, this lever doesn't do anything just yet. This door is locked. This is a very long elevator here, and obviously you do not want to go down into the hole. Some holes are good, not that one. So we're going to progress up the ladder, and I'm just going to edit through this. Alright, so once we're at the top of the ladder, we're just going to come to this door here. Now don't run into this area yet, just leave the door open, and what we can do is we can switch to our binoculars and go to our catalyst. And basically you've got 3 stone soldiers there to the left, and then you've got 4 to the right. So these guys become aggressive based off of proximity, so if you get close to or attack one, the rest of them will awake. The 4 on the right wake up in pairs of 2, so you definitely want to attack the first one on the right before you attack the third one on the right, or else if you risk attacking the second or the third one there in the middle, you might wake up all 4 of them. So I'm not going to suggest that, but what we will do is fight the guys on the left before we do anything else. Or you know what, I just said that all backwards because it's the 3 guys on the right and the 4 on the left. This is why you watch my walkthrough, because you learn how to be stupid. Awesome, so you can stand here of course and try to pick these guys off. It's not too difficult because you get to fight them both at the same time. But you know, when you cast, sometimes you move forward, and I'd rather know what I'm getting into before I get in that situation. So I'm going to step in the corner here, and I'm going to target the shielded enemy first. I always want to kill the shield guys before I fight the other ones, because if we kill him first with our spell and we got to take our binoculars off and use the shield, then this guy's probably going to stand there with his shield up and our sorceries won't really be that effective. So let's get the jump on him. And now we're going to go back to our shield and switch to our sword and just deal with this guy like normal. You can kind of let them wear themselves out and then get some swings in. You don't need to rush it. Just like anything in this game, rushing is bad. This is not Bloodborne. Bloodborne, rush equals good. So same thing here. Kill shield guy. Go back to your shield and your sword. Let him wear himself out a little bit. Alright, so you heard that sound, and what that means is because I killed shield guy and he was close to this golem, the golem consumed his soul. Ate that soul, and what he's doing now is he's activating the elevator. So if you sit quietly, you can hear it. Elevator sound. Now that thing goes on forever, so if you're wondering, does the golem turn it the other way if he consumes another soul? No, he doesn't, and also it remains in that way, so you're not under some kind of time restraint here. Now you'll notice that we've got 3 guys left, and like I said, they all activate together, so we definitely want to focus on shield guy like always. And what you can do is get yourself as much space as possible, and then we'll focus on him. And then what I'm going to recommend is just killing whichever one you can. And get off of your binoculars, of course. I feel that is an important thing to say. And it's usually easier to kill the guy without the shield. And then once you're just by yourself, you can go back to your sword, and you can look for your opportunities. See, there you go. pretty smooth. Alright, so once they're dead, we're gonna open this door here. Ooh, what's in here? 2 chests. And we've got some nice loot here. Don't worry, there's no trap chest or mimic. We haven't had too many of those surprises. So we get the Old Knight Hammer. And we're gonna get a pretty cool sorcery here. So here we pick up the Soul Greatsword Sorcery and Katha's Chime. Okay, so you can check out those on your own time. Now when we walk in here, there's going to be a lot of statues. Don't be worried about those. And also don't be worried about these 3 enemies down there. Basically what we want to do is come up the stairs really quick. You can go to the left or right, doesn't make any difference, but when you do, get behind this pillar. And as you can see, we've got 4 archers, 2 to our right and 2 to our left. So like I said, either way is fine. You just want to make sure that you get behind this protection, and then we're going to move forward and start picking them off. So right here, it doesn't really matter. You can use your Great Heavy Soul Arrow, or you can use your Great Soul Arrow. You're going to exhaust yourself out of one or the 2, so it doesn't really matter which one you decide to attack them with. Go ahead and move in a little bit. Use this pillar here to protect yourself. After you fire 2, you can go ahead and wait. And once he's dead, move forward again. Get the other one on your target. And now we're really just protecting ourselves from the enemies on the left. So when you're here, what you could do is you could equip your binoculars and try to fight these guys from there. But I think it's a lot safer to do the exact same process that we just did, of course, on the reverse side. Now, of course, there is a chest over to the area we just left, and these guys are guarding one as well, so we'll come back and get that. But I don't want to try to loot a chest while I'm getting fired upon. It's just not something I like to do. So right here, you don't necessarily have to stay in that straight line there, but you want to be cognizant of the guy behind the enemy that you're fighting. Once he's dead, you can just move forward. We're out of sorceries. You can of course do your sword at this point. It's not a big deal. Just be careful of that badass electro sword. Now this chest is totally okay to open up, but the one on the right is going to have a trap in it. So there we get a firestorm. Oh yeah. So let's continue. We're going to go up the stairs from whence we just came. Now remember, I said this chest is trapped. It's not a mimic, but we're going to have to escape it. Alright, so let's open it up. Alright, it's a bow. Hold your shield. Now, sometimes it'll be poison or whatever. It's just totally random, whatever the trap might be. Alright, so remember to get off of your sorcery once you've spent all of those castings. Now what's going to happen here is we're going to move slowly towards these enemies, and the big boy is going to come out. He aggroes way before the other guys. They like to stay close to their little spot there. So what we can do is get a lot of shots in pretty easily. Once we do that, we want to back up. These are really some of the easiest enemies to attack because they are so slow and they don't really use those massive shields that they have. So these guys will use their shield, but what you want to do is bait out a swing and then back up. See, when they're swinging you can get in damage, but if they're just moving forward or backwards, you're not going to get in any damage. And they're pretty easy to kill like that. Once you've just got one left, you can do the solo fighting with your sword. When you get behind them and deal a backstab, it's pretty easy to fight them whenever you actually land the backstab. Come on. You fudge. Alright. This is why I teach and not do. Come on, buddy. I had a long day at IKEA. I'm fucking done with this shit. just want to do this episode and watch some Game of Thrones. What? I thought he was dead. Oh yes, some leggings. How splendid. Alright, so when you open this door, there's going to be another one of those primal enemies there. You just want to step back a little bit and kill him. It's quite simple. Oh no! Don't just stand there and intimidate me with your ivory tusks. Rawr. Okay, so he's dead. That was really easy. Go to our binoculars. Now there's 3 archers up there. If you want, you can kind of face them like this, where you only see one at a time, and that's a little bit of a better way to protect yourself, but I don't believe they are tied to each other, so we're going to focus, try to get them central, and then fire away. And I'm going to suggest you just keep firing. You can take damage if you want, but then when you dive out of the way, you've got to retarget, and it's not always easy to get that target correct, so you can sustain one of those arrows. So if you time it right, you'll just barely get out of the way. Mastodon Halberd. Sweet. Okay, so this is the last guy. And we'll go ahead and do him up. Do him up nice and proper. He's gonna get me. Oh, I got you first. Okay, now if for whatever reason you don't have any sorceries that you can cast, what you'll do is you'll climb up this ladder here, and then you'll drop down on those guys and fight them. You can't actually open that door, but you can open this one. And there's something in here. So we're gonna loot this body, repair powder, flame butterfly. That's actually a pretty sweet loot right there. And then we get this chest. Oh yeah, baby, what do we got? An Estus flask shard. Don't forget about this lever here. For whatever reason, the first time I came through this room, I really didn't notice this. And I was kind of confused about where I should progress. But I figured it out. Now there's an enemy right there. Of course, we only have 1 sorcery left, but that's okay because it's just him. And you know how to fight these guys. Circle him, try to get a backstab in. I love that. See what we got. Hey man, you dropped the same shit your buddy did. That ain't cool. So there's no more enemies through here. Now we're back at the bonfire, and what I'm going to suggest here is to travel at this point. We're going to go back to Majula's. And basically we're going to go back to Majula because we're about to go to a new area, and we want to spend our souls before we get out into some wild fights. So let's talk to the Emerald Herald here. Yes, take it. Take it. Alright, so now our Estus flask should be completely upgraded, and as you can see there it is. And we'll go to our level up screen. Level me up. And now remember, we're still spending points on faith, and since we're so close to our next level, we'll go ahead and consume one of our soul items just to push us over that threshold, because we don't want to lose all of those purty souls. So we'll use two of these. That should put us over the mark. There we go.
Bearer.
I wish she would stop saying that. It's so annoying. Alright, so... Are you shitting me? I'm like 100 off. Ugh. Alright. Whoops. We'll go do this. One of you. Now we've got enough.
Bearer of...
Shut up. Shut your mouth. And alright. Alright. Now let's tap the bonfire, and we're going to return to the same bonfire we originated at. Now that we're here, we're gonna go back down the stairway, but this time the elevator is here, so we're gonna ride that to the top. Okay, so once you make it to the top, you're gonna notice that there's some funky chain rattling going on behind this door. And right when it opens, probably for the first time, you're not sure if you want to attack this guy or what, but you can see there's a prompt to examine it, and it says that you have not the key. You have not the key. Yeah, I say it like that, but that is not how you should say it. To all my foreign friends who watch this video, please do not learn American English from me. Key to the King's Passage, that's important because that's the door below that we need to open. What do we got? A soul vessel, which is pretty sweet, and of course fire seed, which is phenomenal. Now we've got this little Chiquita in the cage, and that's really what we're going to try to free once we get the key from the upcoming area that we're about to head to. So we get strong magic shield, and now that we're done with this area, we're going to go back down the elevator. Alright, so when we make it to the bottom here, we're going to go through this doorway. And as you can see, we use the key that we just obtained. And we're going to head towards this funky looking mist. Actually, this area is quite intimidating when you look at it. And we get this King's Passage message. Alright everybody, that's it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for checking it out. If you enjoyed it, please click the thumbs up button. Leave a comment in the section below. Share it with your friends. Of course, subscribe to my channel. And be sure to follow me on my social media accounts. I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy. Peace.